Welcome back to another episode of the Positive Tefillah Thought of the Day. Today's episode, I want to go back to the question I left off last time is, what does the Moda'ani prayer mean when it says, Rabba Amunasecha? How abundant is your faithfulness? What's it talking about? And I believe it's talking about Hashem. We're basically saying to Hashem, how abundant is your faithfulness in us? And what does this mean? I think it has to do similar to this week's Torah portion, where Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe, you are going to be the leader. I'm going to be with you, and you're going to do it. You're going to lead the Jews out of Mitzrayim. Moshe says, what? God, are you kidding me? Me? I'm going to be the one to take the Jews. I can't even speak. How am I going to be a leader? How am I going to be a speaker? You picked the wrong guy. Figure out someone else because it's not me. And Hashem says, no, it's really you. And there's this whole back and forth where Hashem says, I know you can do it. I believe in you. Moshe's saying, no, God, you have the wrong person. And eventually Moshe comes to realization through this whole back and forth and through some experiences that, wow, God really does know what he's talking about, number one. And number two is that God really does believe in me. And if God believes in me, you know what? I can do it. And I think that's what we say in the morning every day. Rabba Munasecha, we say to Hashem, how fortunate we are that you believe in us. How abundant is your faith in us. That the fact that we're alive, the fact that we're here, it's because Hashem says, I believe in you. I know that you have something within you that's necessary for the world. As a quote of Rav Nachman of Breslov is, your birthday is the day that Hashem decided the world could not exist without you. And that's something that we should ponder, and we should have the self-esteem and to know, to trust God, and to know that God believes in us. And therefore, if he believes in us, we should continue to grow in self-esteem and learn to believe in ourselves. And it's a very important tool. Sorry for this chair squeaking. I'm going to try to work on that. The next pasuk that we say after we wash our hands is Reishis Chachma Hashem. Some people have the custom to say this. We're going to talk about washing our hands in future episodes. But it says the beginning of all wisdom is Yiras Hashem, is fear of Hashem. Seichel Tov, good understanding is given, L'chol Oseim, to all those who practice this. So what does it mean? Reishis Chachma, the beginning of all wisdom is Yiras Hashem. So the word Yira could mean fear, but it also could mean awe, from the word see, because when you see how amazing God is, you are in awe of God. And the Rambam talks about this is actually the way to begin to love God, is because you look and open up your eyes to the most awesome creations that God does, that only God does, so much more magical than any magic trick that we could do. Just the creation of a baby, the creation of a tree, all these things, one could be in awe of them. And there's a great blog that talks about this, Put Awe Back in Awesomeness, by Rabbi Ephraim Goldberg. He's a great rabbi in Boca Raton. He writes a great blog, and he writes this: awe is not only the result of being in the presence or exposed to something worthy of awe. Awe results from an openness, willingness, and interest to see greatness and be moved by it. So he's basically saying that you could the greatness could be right in front of you. Something, the most amazing thing could be right in front of you, but if you're not open and willing and interested to see it, then it's just going to pass right by you and you're not going to get it. And he points out that his brother pointed out to him that when Yaakov first encountered Har Hamoria, he was unmoved. He went to sleep. Only after his dream, he had the insight, he had the epiphany that how awesome is this place? Why? And basically, Rabbi Goldberg points out, even a great person like Yaakov could encounter the holiest place in the world, at first find no meaning in it. Only with new insight and a changed attitude did he see beyond the ordinary stones and identify the place for what it truly was: awesome. So there's something so important about this Tvar Torah, is that you could have awesomeness right in front of you, but God will not let you see it if you are not open to it. If you are not willing, if you are not interested in seeing it, God will, so to speak, play a magic trick on you, and you will not see it. You see the power and the importance of being open, being willing, being interested, having the right attitude towards what you're about to go through. You could see and you can have an amazing experience just by your thoughts, just by your attitude. And that's what Rabbi Goldberg says, and I highly recommend you put the awe back in awesomeness by reading this blog, it talks about research, how it really will help you out in life. And that's what our sages say, and that's what the pasuk says. Reishis, Chachma, Yiras Hashem, the beginning of wisdom. If you want to see wisdom, if you want to gain wisdom, it says Yiras Hashem, have awe of God. And Seichel Tov, God will then give you good understanding. You'll understand what it's all about. You'll understand why there's some people get so inspired and are so passionate and love so much Judaism and God. You'll understand it if you potentially go into it with the right attitude. And as the pasuk keeps says it, as the prayer keeps saying, Tilaso omedes lav, his praise endures forever. If one has the right awe in their lives, if one is able to see it, then his praise will endure forever. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchus, blessed is the glory is his name, the glorious kingdom forever and ever. That's the attitude one has when they have Yiras Hashem, when they have awe of Hashem. May it be your will, Hashem, that you open up our eyes and that we all gain awe of you. And hope you all have a great day.